Good evening, SRL fans, and welcome to the last game of your round 7. We have the Cronulla Sharks up against the Penrith Panthers in a match that's sure to be exciting. I am Snicko Burrow, back from my Origin holiday, and I'm joined by Will Kay.
Hey Snicko, love to be in the box with you. The dream team is back, and the Penrith Panthers at home, returning home after that round 6 clash against the Bulldogs where they caused a bit of an upset. I'm really looking forward to this. I want to see what they can do here.
Yeah, I think they took a lot of momentum into the break. I hope that it hasn't all gone amiss. The Sharks have a few players in that Queensland Origin leadership team. They'll be looking to get back into the SRL track and get some wins after that resounding 3-0 loss. Whereas the Panthers have Jimmy Raff, who made his debut and scored a try, I believe, in that Game 3 win for the Blues.
Yeah, he was very strong in that Game 3 win. And it kind of made you question whether he should have been the hooker all series. He was very, very good. But they'll kick off here with the Panthers.
Yeah, lucky Tua with the first hit up. He's moved into that starting prop role for the Sharks, along with Rex Slattery. Slattery should have been there all along, in my opinion, but I'm glad Sonny's made that change finally. We'll have to see how he goes. The Sharks they're not floundering, you might say, but they have been a little bit disappointing for an expansion team, in my opinion. But I think they have the stock to go all the way this season if they can just get things right. And I think Slattery into the starting role, and there he is straight through the middle. He's one way to do it, and he gets the offload away to Malchus. Whereas the Panthers have Joe Turner Jr. making his club debut. Former Warrior, he was traded in that off-season break in search of more minutes because we all know what a quality player he is. So it'll be interesting to see how these forward packs shape up against each other as MBT gets tackled on the 5th for the last, and Sonny Tai goes across field down to Lomu, who goes straight past one, and MBT is coming across in cover, but he's going to make a good 35 metres there. Not a bad start for the Panthers.
No, that's exactly the way you want to start, and it's one of the veterans for the Panthers just standing up there for the first run of the game. That is, going to give them a bit of confidence going into this first set where they need to really perform and set the standard here.
Yeah, and we have Henrik Lind as well, starting at halfback for the first time, I believe, this season. He's been a bit of a lock, come off the bench a little bit as well, but he's somehow found his way into this starting 7 with Sione Matadouce left. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs as Bailey Wilson slots into the lock role that he's left vacant. And the Panthers have a pretty good chance here. In their first set, Caval's tackled 10 metres out from the line. So they're going to have a chance for a kick. It might be Lind, I believe. Yeah, it goes a little chip bomb kind of thing. Cody Mantle's back there, but it doesn't matter because MBT takes it. Picks up an extra 5 metres for his troubles.
Good take by MBT under pressure there. He wasn't having the greatest form going into Origin period, but he found a bit of form during Origin. And hopefully he can bring that back to Clubland and get his season back on track.
Yeah, not just his season, the whole Sharks season. He was one of their big signings, MBT, and there was a lot of expectation on him. And sometimes expectation brings pressure, and he's kind of crumbled a little bit, but he's a quality player. Sonny Tai goes straight through and throws an intercept to his Queensland mate, Cody. Cam Johnson? What's his name again? Chad Johnson. Sorry, I believe I got his name wrong the first time commentating, so I'll do my best, Chad, for the rest of this game as Wilson takes the hit up. Slattery made a second line break as well of his second run, so an inspired performance from him so far. As Michelle Metcalf puts on the big right foot and goes for an extra couple of metres there. Now Mandonka goes to Caval, out to my man Chad Johnson. Nice strong run, picks up a couple of post-contact metres, and the Panthers are definitely winning the positional battle here so far, as now Callum Irwin takes a strong run. He's popped up in the middle off that right second row. Sharks are holding firm so far, but you got to think this pressure will tell eventually, as Caval goes very, very high, but very shallow as well. Lomu takes it, but yeah, he's wrapped up pretty comfortably there by Michael Crim.
Yeah, not much going there. The kick was very, very shallow. But Jason Lomu just showing a bit of dominance over Michael Crimp, saying that I can take this ball any day or any time of the night. And they really should be worried because he is great in the air. Jason Lomu out in that right wing.
Yeah, maybe not every day of the week, but definitely on Wednesdays. So the Panthers are in luck here today as Delaney spreads it to Drew Matthews, the rookie hooker, who's put together quite an impressive season so far for the Sharks. And he's tackled about 39 metres out. Goes to Sonny Tai, who was there a dummy there? I'm not sure, but Chad Johnson didn't fall for it whatsoever. Plays it back to Drew Matthews, who goes to Malchus. Ball playing Malchus out to Thomas Usher. He's wrapped up well there by Michelle Metcalf, the former gunslinger, I believe, also in his rookie season here. And The Sharks are going to go very, very high. It's Malchus, the big, strong boot, gets it to Mendonca. And he's going to be brought down in the field of play just. So a real good effort from him there to not concede the line dropout.
Cody Mansell with a great line break there is out of trouble.
Yeah, I thought I lost it for a second, but yeah, great run there from the pink-haired man. Cody Mansell straight through. Cavell now goes to Metcalf, and he's been really strong so far. He picks up a 35-metre run for his trouble. I think he's had 2 touches for 2 great runs. So if your left centre's getting involved like that, it's really good signs here for the Penrith Panthers. As now Cavell goes to Bailey Wilson, he's driven backwards, a dominant tackle there by the Cronulla Sharks forward pack. They've turned up to stamp their mark on this game. It's Lennox Prakash now. He's had his first touch for the game, Will, hold Lennox?
Maybe. I don't think I've seen him have the ball yet, no.
So the captain just letting his understudies do a bit of work there as Grim goes straight past one. Oh, wow, a huge high tackle.
That is, that's quite high from Cody Mansell.
Yeah, he decided he was not going to be turned inside out one way or another. Just hung the arm out there, and yeah, lucky for Michael Grimm, there's no HIAs in the SRL because that was very, very high.
No, we don't believe in concussions here.
Simulated players don't suffer from concussion injuries. I like to hear that. As Drew Matthews goes out to Lecky Tua, another bump off for him. I think that's his second broken tackle for the game. He gets an offload away to Crimp for no meters in the end, but enterprising play nonetheless. As now Delaney goes back to that man, Lecky Tua. He's taken a nice settle in the middle of the field. A whole lot of meters covered for him, but not a whole lot of meters gains. He was on the sideline, then back through the middle. As now Delaney goes to Kaustikau. I believe he was playing in the centres for Weta Origin. Had that big successful Origin period. Is now Lucky Tour again. He's just getting through a mountain of work here for this Sharks side. He's put him in a good position for a kick here. It's going to be Anthony Delaney with the grubber, but Jimmy Ralph picks it up. He wasn't the grubber in the end. The knock-on for no advantage that we see so commonly in the SRL. A bit of an arm wrestle so far, Will.
Yeah, still like 12 minutes in, still no points scored. You'd think one of the sides would have something very close to scoring at the very least. But it's just a bit of a battle through the pack at the moment. And both teams have very classy forward packs. When these interchanges come on, though, it may be a different story with a very inexperienced bench for the Panthers and quite a bit of proven talent for the Sharks.
Speaking of proven talent, there's Joe Turner Jr., but he does throw the offload to Sonny Tyre, so I'm making a mockery of my words. It feels like this game's been played between the 2 10-metre lines. Like, both teams are getting up and down the field, but they just can't crack the red zone. And yeah, like you said, just a big battle of the forward packers. Sonny Tyre shaped for the 40-20, but ended up a metre over the 40-metre line, so he offloads to his vice-captain, Broughton Thompson. Before Matthews goes to Lucky Tour, another line break for Lucky Tour. He's had a really good first 15 minutes. And the offload, but he goes to Chad Johnson. Great clean-up work there. I thought I could see a Sharks player coming through in support, and it would have been lights out. But yeah, it's now Shakti Arnaud puts his mark on the game. A little right foot to go straight through the line. He's brought down by Broughton Thompson. And yeah, this is where it just feels like the whole game's been played, just in between these 2 10-metre lines. Both sides getting up and down the field, but no one can really put a finishing touch on it. As now Prakash goes out to Mendonca. Maybe he can do it, but Broughton Thompson brings him down. But that's probably the best chance they've had so far. They'll have 2 more tackles here this set. As Johnson gives it out to Prakash, who's pushing, but he's going to get brought down about 2 metres out. It's a really big play here for the Penrith Panthers, and they swing it right. It goes to Cavell, who puts in the grubber, and it's Henrik Lind, and he's pushing over the line, but he's going to be turned on his back.
Yeah, that's a disappointing end to the set there for the Panthers. Right option to try and kick it to Lind, but he just couldn't quite get over there. There was too many players in front of him. As Matthews goes for a big run here. He's been a great hooker so far in this season.
Yeah, really astute draft pick, Drew Matthews, for him, Sonny Tyre and Broughton Thompson, because, yeah, like you said, he's been tremendous. Yeah, Lind just didn't have the core strength there to get that ball down. There was a player underneath him, but it was good to see the halves combining, and maybe it's a sign of things to come here. If the Panthers can string together a couple of more sets in attacking zones, Matthews goes for another run, but he gets the pass away. Yeah, if the Panthers can string a few more together, I think that Cavell could be very dangerous close to the line. As now Delaney is very slow to his feet there, maybe popped an eagle or something. As Malchus puts the kicking boots on again, all the way down to Mendonca, who straight past one and almost past MVT, but he's able to wrap him up. The last line of defence being crucial there for the Cronulla Sharks.
Yeah, just Not much good defense in the line in that kick chase from the Sharks. They really need to fix up those edges because it's been a couple times now. Jason Lomu and now Thomas Bendonka just really terrorising them on the edges.
Yeah, I know that Thomas Usher in his first season in the SRL has been great in attack, but he has had some defensive issues out in that right edge for the Sharks there. And maybe Mendonca's really looked at that and thought this is a game for me to make a mark. Because, yeah, he's had a couple of line breaks. Michelle Metcalf's gone through a couple of times on that left edge for the Panthers. So very, very dangerous. And there's Metcalf there kicking. He goes out to Hone King with the sideburns, but Cody Mansour brings him down. I think that's his first touch, Hone King, of the ball, but he made it worth it. And the Panthers do well not to kick to him. And now Sinclair goes straight through. He's been playing front row all season, but he's slotting into that second row now. Just making his tackles out there as Tyre cleans up the offload and goes out to Hone King, who goes past one. And almost turns Mansour inside out. I thought Hone King was going to stream downfield there. But very well done there from Cody Mansour. As now Malchus gets set out to Sinclair. And he's straight through a huge hole. Gets the offload away to Malchus. This is looking very, very dangerous from the Cronulla Sharks. They can smell blood in the water. Just offload after line break. As now Matthews, maybe sticky fingers there. They had all the momentum and he decided that he was going to go for a run. As now he plays it back to Broughton Thompson, who goes to Sonny Tyre, who puts in the grubber, and Metcalf somehow picks that up. I thought for all money Thomas Usher was going to pick that up and score. Or if not, Hone King now. As now Ralph gets out of half. There's been a whole lot of dummy half action recently. I think this game just needs to settle down a little bit, Will, and hopefully one of these star players from either team can make their mark.
And as you say that, Marshawn Metcalf just with a big run. For a left centre, he does a whole lot of work. I haven't seen a centre run this many metres early in the game. He's been very impressive, Snicko. I don't know why, centres don't usually get involved, and I can't figure out why he is, and he has been for the last, for however long he's been playing.
Yeah, I think the Gunslingers just breed him different. He was a centre in the Gunslingers last season. Not the successful season, but personally he was very successful. And now Shaq the Unknown takes a big bomb and takes the tackle break as well, and he's brought down. Yeah, both the centres really for the Panthers. I'm not sure what Lennox does to them in training, but they like to get involved, don't they?
Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe he just says you won't get food unless you get involved in the game, or I don't know, it must be threats. I reckon that's the only way to motivate players, right?
That took a very dark turn. I thought he might have just positive reinforcement or something. So if you're looking to go to the Storm next season, you get threats. You get no positive reinforcement, apparently. You heard it first from the Commissioner, Will Kay. As now Remy's come onto the field there. He had a good run, and Sonny Tyre out to Broughton Thompson on the wing. He broke one tackle pretty comfortably there, but I'm not sure. Maybe Chad Johnson brought him down in the end. As now Sonny Tyre goes out to Bobby Werman, the other prop forward here for the Sharks. They have Mason Remy and Werman come on up against McInroe and one other from the Penrith Panthers. Now the two pass out to Tyre. A very nice kick there. It's going to land about a metre short, and Lomu takes it in the in goal. Yeah, 7 tackle set here coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, a bit too long there, the kick. They just did to make it a bit more strategic, put a bit more pressure on the Panthers and try and get a repeat set. Instead, they get a bit of a free pass out to the 20 with an extra tackle.
And it was that prop that I couldn't quite remember. Kurt Stafford. He had the first run there and a nice little bump from him. So both sides have come to play here. Now the little headbutt from McInroe. He runs straight into Matthews afterwards. And like you said, the Panthers, they have a lot of inexperience on their bench with McInroe and Stafford. What was that? As Lomu cleans up on knock on, and forget the inexperience in the forward pack. It's the experienced campaigners on the wing there that's letting them down.
Yeah, that was weird. Oh, and that's a soft penalty to give away. That's such a silly penalty.
Yeah, I would arguably say the Panthers have had the running so far this half. But they're going to concede first points, assuming Sonny Tyre can slot this. The Penrith crowd might try and get in his ear a little bit, but you got to think this is pretty straightforward. And yeah, straight down the middle. So yeah, I feel like the Panthers have just let this one slip a little bit so far.
No, honestly, I wouldn't put it past Sonny to miss that, but he's got it on this occasion. He has his dodgy moments as a kicker. So yeah, it's a bounce back here. The Panthers, that's only 2 points. They've got plenty of support around. Look at all their fans that are just absolutely packed out tonight. Remy will take the first run there.
Right, here's tackle one. Held.
Yeah, and I just think they're going to have to rely on this crowd to get back into it because it's a bit of it's a bit deflating, that penalty. The first the knock on, then the penalty. It just errors compounding, and the best teams just don't do that. As Matthews takes another little scoot, he's very active, that hooker. Likes to get out of half and see what he can find. But yeah, this Panthers team, they're just gonna have to step up, I think, because now Kasikow found himself back on that edge. He's liked what John McCartney did in Origin. He wants to be there more often, apparently. Just popping up down the sideline with Seymour playing the ball.
Ooh.
Back to Delaney. Wow, that was really something, Will. You have more experience with this kicking game. Can you explain that to me?
Well, by the looks of it, he's been watching my highlights reel. And he's kicked it straight to touch. Actually, he's gone and tried to hit the Penrith bench. Luckily, the Panthers were standing up next to the chairs and not sitting down because he was going for their heads, I reckon.
Oh, I thought it was a knock on there. Yeah, the old American player, stiff for go long, throw the ball right into the cheerleaders. Attempt there from Anthony Delaney. But there's an SRL game to be won here. If you're distracted like that, it could come back to bite you in the bum as McEnroe takes a nice settler. Henrik Lind now, he's got his running shoes on. He's decided getting close enough to a try isn't good enough, and he wants on for himself. He plays it back to Jimmy Ralph when he goes to Wilson, and he's going to push forward. Yeah, he's not quite making it. Not even close in the end, really. 2 tackles left here from the Panthers. They go to Stafford, and he's brought down tantalisingly close here for the Panthers. So it just seems like they can get that far, but they can't get over the line. That's Cavell Grubbers. Oh, and Wilson, is he going to go over? He is. Bailey Wilson's gone over for a try here, making me eat my words, and the Panthers are right back in this game.
Yeah, that was a good chase there. Cody Mansour, he was ready for the ball, but it just got deflected off. I think it was Mason Remy. And then Wilson picked it up and put it down to get the first try of the match here. And the first point on the board for Panthers. That is a very good try there.
Yeah, and it's their experienced players stepping up. Cavell, we all know what a great kicking game he has there. He almost got the grubber earlier in the game, but unable to do anything with the Henry Lindwas. But Bailey Wilson doesn't make that mistake. And yeah, the Sharks are down here. It's not what they would have expected going into this game. They might have thought it would be a bit of a walkover. But this Panthers team, they knocked over the Bulldogs right before the break. And they're ready to go again now.
Yeah, the Panthers, they're just looking a bit more solid than the team that we saw at the start of the season. They are just looking confident out there, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe you just say that all the teams that beat the Panthers are actually better than you might expect. Well, I'm not sure who they've lost.
I mean, I think the Broncos beat them.
Well,
the Broncos beat them.
The Warriors.
We're not going to go too far. Broncos did beat them, so, you know.
We won't read too far into. I think the Broncos are quite a classy side. They got a few leadership changes in that period. Joey Kelly with the mafia move of trading his ex-captain in the off-season, so maybe they'll come good, the Broncos.
I'd like to reiterate, the rules around trading is that the player has to agree to the trade. So Joey Kelly hasn't just put a hit out and gotten rid of Eddie to reinstate himself as captain. Eddie has agreed to that, and he willingly left his captaincy
behind. Are you sure
that
Eddie didn't wake up to a simulated horse head in his bed with Joey Kelly saying, "You're next if you don't accept this trade offer"? These things can't be verified. As now Henrik Lind takes a big punt downfield, back to the game at hand. It's going to be Michael Cribb. He's been good so far. And straight through. Straight through. Man saw the big Superman dive out of nothing. Michael Cribb, no step, just pure acceleration. He's going to put the ball down over the try line for a big 4-pointer, and Sharks are right back in this.
Well, I don't think they'll ever out of it, Snicko, but that is just very, very quick try from Michael Cribb. And, you know, he was a bit of a smoky pick for Origin. He won that game 1 for the Blues. And now he's come back to Clubland and he's scored an important try in an important stage of the game. That is brilliant, a bit of brilliance. And, you know, Sonny Tyre, no promises to get this kick, but he got it anyway.
Yeah, no, I think every player in the game could make that kick. Even if someone was captaining their own team and made himself captain, they could knock that kick over. Made himself goal kicker, they'd knock that kick over, I think. Bit of a gimme.
If only if they dropped their kicker the week before, right?
And no one would be crazy enough to do that, right?
No one would do that. Don't be silly, Snicko. You're going to be captain next season. You can't be thinking about that.
You're about to see my points, my try scoring package every single game with the goal kicking I'm about to do. Now Sonny Ty goes out to Werman. He's been very strong so far. I think it was him that had the big hit a couple of minutes ago that really changed the momentum here for the Sharks. Drew Matthews goes out to Sinclair. I thought he had half a break there, but not quite. So 8 minutes to go to half time. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another try from either team. They've both really clicked into gear the last 10 minutes. There's now Remy, nowhere to go for him, just swallowed up by the Panthers' defence. Now Malchus, his ball playing out to Kasikow. Hasn't been the meterage you'd expect from your left second row for the Sharks here.
No, it really hasn't. As Matthews, wow, he's quite
Very
something,
active.
Drew Matthews, isn't he?
Yeah. He's one of those hookers that when he just sees a hole, he just goes for it. And the best ones do in the SRL. As Delaney goes downfield to Mendonca, and again, Usher just unable to get those arms working. Maybe more time in the gym, maybe less time, maybe his arms are too tight, I'm not sure. But he just can't seem to get them around Mendonca tonight. Now Wilson takes a big carry. And he's going to be brought down just about on halfway. Jimmy Ralph goes out to Kaval, who goes out to Mansour, and he's been real dangerous. And there we are, another line break. The Penrith crowd like it, a big cheer there, go up for him. They love their fullback here. And it looks like this might be the Penrith Panthers' last chance for the half. I wouldn't expect them to get another big attacking opportunity unless they get a big kick return or something like that. As now Lynn goes inside to Mansour, and he goes straight through again. Just line break city for him tonight. He just seems to be able to do no wrong whenever he touches the ball. He's put him in chance for a good kick here. Lynn goes very, very high. It's going to be Connor King underneath it, and he beats one, but unable to get through a second here. And maybe Panthers will have one more chance to attack, but I doubt that the Sharks will.
Yeah, the SRL Wolverine just gets his claws on that one under the high ball, and very nice take. Cody Mansour, I think we were talking a couple weeks ago, Snicker, and that we weren't sure why Cody Mansour was still getting that fullback gig because he hadn't been performing, but the last couple of games that he's played, he's just been something else. Maybe he must have heard us or something, because he has really picked off in the last 3 rounds or so.
Well, there's no way I'd ever slander a player, so maybe you were saying it and I was just listening. I can't remember.
Of course.
I can't exactly remember, but yeah, Cody Mansour has had a cracker game so far. Really, it's MBT, I think, that needs to stand up. We spoke about it a little bit earlier, where he hasn't quite had the season you'd expect here, as Mendonca gets it. And again, Usher just straight through and straight pass. He turned MBT inside out, it looked like, but there was cover defense there. So we are very, very dangerous Mendonca at the moment, as now Chad Johnson takes the run. You'd have to think that in the big key positions, like your fullback, your left second row, and apparently your left centre, the Panthers are just outperforming the Sharks at the moment.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with Marshall Metcalf, as Mansour just scooting out of dummy half. They're really just watching for those gaps here, the Panthers, and trying to exploit them as much as possible. The Sharks' defense has picked up in these last 2 tackles. It's going to make it hard to score here.
Yeah, just touching on Marshall Metcalf, it feels like he has just turned up today. Maybe he just doesn't like Sharks or something. Just bit of a rivalry. And you know what else doesn't like Sharks? That would be a Dolphin. Very, very interesting there as Broughton brings one down. And you think this game will just peter out here till half-time. As Kasikow, I thought he was finally going to have a line break, but apparently not yet. He's just in a bit of an Origin hangover. He had the double game last week with the Champions of Origin series. As Krim goes straight down the sideline. But yeah, Cody Mansour, as always, today just brings him down pretty comfortably. Before Delaney takes it up. Kasikow again, he can hear me. He wants his line break. But not quite coming. And that's half-time. Cronulla Sharks up 8-6 against the Penrith Panthers. Welcome back to Penrith, where the Cronulla Sharks currently lead the Penrith Panthers 8-6 after an enthralling first half. It was very much a grind here. Only 2 points separating them, and an early penalty goal to Sonny Ty, the difference at the moment. Me and Will Kay are back after the break. We popped down to the halftime sheds to see what was going on, but they wouldn't let us in for some reason. I'm not sure. But anyway, Will, what do you think is going to happen in the second half?
To be honest, Nico, I think that the Panthers, they were looking pretty hot for a period there. I reckon that after this bit of a rest, the 10-minute break, they're going to come back and they're going to start firing pretty hard. And I think they may come away with a win here, especially with some of the changes. Marshall Metcalf, 87 metres, 4 line breaks for a centre in the first half. That is a massive performance so far.
Yeah, I don't have my tape measure out, but you got to think he's over 100 metres with that run just there. His 5th line break for the game, which is crazy, especially for a rookie centre. It's not like he's a Eli Barnes slotting into centre. It is just his first season in the SRL. So the Sharks have moved Josh King out to that right second row, maybe to combat how dangerous Michelle Metcalf's been as Michael Crimm goes straight through the Panthers there. But yeah, so Usher's been put in the bench. Sonny Ty's decided his defensive efforts are not enough. And Josh King's been given the role to mark up on the dangerous Michelle Metcalf. And he's a second row primary, so he's going to have that. He'll be a little bit better at tackling, but you have to wonder if the speed's going to be a big difference here as Michael Cribb takes another on down the sideline.
And Josh King just going to the centres. It's an interesting move, but I think Thomas Usher coming on in that front row and that last 20 is going to be probably a bit of a game changer near the end of the match. The Panthers didn't make a change that's similar to that, so I guess it'll be interesting to see how the speed affects in the closing 20 of the goal. Oh, Josh King! Wow, I thought he was going to score there. That was whoa.
Yeah, that was quite extraordinary from the second row. So I mixed things up there. Josh King's at the left second row, not the right second row. So he doesn't have to deal with Michelle Metcalf. As Lennox Prakash makes a nice little line break there. So who's the right second row there? Right centre for the Sharks then, Will?
It's Logan Seymour, I believe, at the moment.
That's right, Logan Seymour. So he has the big Michelle Metcalf job. Josh King only has Shaq the Unknown to deal with. There's now Jason Lomu goes straight through. It just feels like edges on both sides for the Panthers doing a whole lot of damage, and Sharks are just able to. MBT's been great in just containing them at the back so far. There's now Turner Jr. back on the field. Nice hit up, and it's his maiden game for the Panthers. He's performed quite well. They'd be happy with this trade, I believe. Although Mataus did dominate that outer rower Origin arena, so they might be regretting that trade a little bit here. But they did have too many halves, so someone had to budge. Now Caval goes very, very long down to Hone King. The SRL's Wolverine wrapped up there very comfortably there by Michelle Metcalf.
Yeah, and a good tackle there from Michelle Metcalf, and he just shows he can do it both in attack and defense. He's one of the, I guess, fan favourites, quickly becoming a fan favourite here at Bluebet.
Definitely a personal favourite for me. Our gunslinger that's come through adversity and now starting to dominate the SRL stage. It's just what dreams are made of. There's a few doing it this season. There's now Sonny Ty goes along, but I think Michelle Metcalf's doing it the best. Cody Mansell just caught out a little bit there, but he ends up getting the ball. And goes straight past MBT, but is that Drew Matthews? Who's there in cover?
Logan Seymour.
Oh, Logan Seymour, another guy with the white headgear. They're just Sharks players. They all look the same. As Lennox Prakash takes a big hit up down the middle. Looks like he might be playing the 55-minute role today. I will have to see what happens with subs as they come on. Lightning McQueen, another sub there for the Penrith Panthers, is coming to the field. Replaced Henrik Lind. I don't think I've seen him touch the ball quite just yet. But he'll be looking. He's really trying to wrestle that starting jersey away from Henrik Lind, so a big second half will help him. As Chad Johnson takes a nice hit up there. Jimmy Ralph goes to Caval, who goes down to Hone King again. A very skinny short side, but Hone King makes it work. Beats Michelle Metcalf and Rahul Caval there with a big right footer, but Cody Mansell's there to track him down.
Rohan Caval. Rahul Caval plays for the Raiders.
That's right. Well, none of them wear their correct headgears. They're all wearing Broncos headgear, so I do get confused.
Oh,
that looked very promising there, but Delaney's just caught a fourth pass, and now the Panthers have a bit of opportunity here.
Yeah, no, good opportunity for the Panthers now, starting within this half, and that pass was very, very forward. It was quarterbacking material. Maybe they need to go and play at Allegiant Stadium.
The SRL takes on Vegas.
SRL takes on Vegas. Somehow I feel that we're going to have a couple more scandals than the NRL had. Which is more than zero, apparently.
No comment as Joe Turner Jr. takes a big hit up. There's a few people in the SRL I would not trust in Las Vegas. I won't name names. But
I will. Snicko, bro. No.
As now Caval, first name Rohan, goes high, but Michael Cribb comes through, leaps from his own in goal and gets a 7-tackle set. Sneeko Bro would be in danger in Vegas. They wouldn't be let anywhere. He's too short. As Malquist takes has he flipped out to the left second row? No. Just popping out there in his lock position. As Delaney now looks to make up for that.
That was an intercept.
Pass. Yeah, I thought that was straight under the black dot there for the Panthers, but Sonny Tyre somehow comes up with that. Malquist takes another run and goes to Lucky Tour. Bring back Rex Slattery. He was great in the first half, and I don't see him back on the field yet.
Yeah, it would have been great to see Lennox Prakash get an intercept try to put his team back in the lead. That would have been quite something. And he was shooting for it, but he just missed the ball. That's really, really unfortunate for the Panthers, as the Sharks just pushing into this territory here.
Yeah, it looks like whoever they've brought on in the forward pack after half time have decided to do a job. They seem to be making meters pretty comfortably through the middle. As now the outside inside, it just never works, does it? The outside inside. Well, it worked in Origin. Who am I to say? Oh, that worked perfectly. It went the wrong way. I'm not exactly sure how that happened.
I don't really know. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, is that Harrigan down there? Take the whistle off him. As Farah now pushes forward. Sharks looking very dangerous here as Malchus is going to... Well, he's held up. He didn't make any close contact meters at all. But 2 tackles left here for the Sharks. And they go to Broughton Thompson. Wow, he's dominated in that tackle there. Is that Shaq the Unknown?
No, it's Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen, Kachia. Great tackle there, isn't it? But Lucky Tua brought down a metre out from the line, if that. So it feels like they've operated like his whole set right close to the line.
Oh
no.
Oh,
I don't have a clue what happened there, but the ball's ended up in row 10.
Yeah, well, the ball wasn't intended for... I couldn't see who kicked it. I think it may have been a forward, actually, that kicked it.
It wasn't intended for King.
I think he put a little grubber in behind, and the chase was almost there. It's Lightning McQueen straight through the line there.
Straight down that straight like it's the piston cut, Lightning McQueen. He wants that starting jersey. As now Ralph goes to Prakash. Oh, he had an opportunity there for a line break. Broughton Thompson was out of line, but unable to get through Jason Farah there. As now Ralph goes out to Sonny Sharp. Back to Mansour, who hasn't been quite as effective as he was in the first half, but to be fair, he hasn't had the opportunity yet. Now as Ralph goes out to Chad Johnson, a strong run there, but he's brought down in a pretty comfortable tackle there by the Sharks. They're going to end up a little bit too far out here, the Panthers. Oh, no, they're not. Cody Mansour gets them very, very close to the line. And all of a sudden, the Panthers are in great attacking opportunity here. Can Lightning McQueen put a finishing touch on this set? He cannot.
He can actually. There's going to be a repeat, I think. Oh, no.
Was that not a knock-on?
No,
it was an actual grubber.
It was an actual grubber.
Great stuff from Lightning McQueen, and I thought he did well enough to force the repeat set, but unable to push him back there.
Yeah, I think the referee's got that wrong. He looked like he was in there. Jason Farah did not look like he escaped the in goal.
Yeah, well, referees are infallible, so I suppose we'll have to see if that comes in the SRL wrap-up throughout the week in any of the podcasts if he gets mentioned. As now Matthew goes to Delaney. He wants the 40-20. He takes the 40-50 instead. And he goes to Metcalf, and he makes an extra 5 or 10 metres through the line. I'm not sure how he got through. Felt like there was 8 players there chasing him, but none could get a hand, and Broughton Thompson brings him down. Now Callum Irwin straight up the middle. I get tackled right near that big sponsors logo. And the Panthers, they've had a lot of ball here. They're going to want to convert soon because time's running out in this game, and you need to strike while the iron's hot, and that's what it is for the Panthers right now. And Ralph goes out to Caval, who goes to Cody Mansour. Oh, I thought he was through there for a second. He's been very, very good at that so far. Panthers have not quite made the meters you'd expect from this set. As now Lightning McQueen goes out to Michelle Metcalf, and of course he breaks a tackle. I think that Sonny Ty just ended up on the ground, ankles gone, and they're going to have one more tackle here, the Panthers. He goes to Caval, a nice grubber from very, very far out. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like the Panther picked it up, then put it back down again. But anyway, Jason Farah ends up with the ball 5 metres out from his line.
I think Jason Farah stopped it. What the heck was that? Jason Farah stopped it with his leg. And then there's a weird pass there. Delaney cleans up. That's twice that Jason Farah's stopped a grubber and stopped.
Yeah, the saviour.
Off it. He is the saviour.
There he is, Rex Slattery. I knew he had to get more involved. Another line break for him, but his stint's almost over. He has 2 minutes left. It's the first time he's touched the ball. As Thompson goes out to Hone King, brought down comfortably there by Michelle Metcalf. He's just had him in the personal stakes. He's had him wrapped up all game. I think Michelle Metcalf's dominated that edge so far. There's now a very, very big kick from Malchus. Cody Mansour has to do a big U-turn, but he's going to end up with a bit of clear space, especially after he beats one, but Broughton Thompson brings him down there. It feels like that's been the story all game. The Panthers are able to beat the first line of defence, and Broughton Thompson's just saved their bacon a couple of times.
And a couple of times he's just dropped off completely as well. And it's been someone else that has to stand up. It's just always has to be a second effort, basically, on the kick returns.
Yeah, the scramble defence is huge here for the Sharks at the moment. They're clinging onto this 2-point lead just. Feels like by the skin of their teeth, this Sharks team's still in front. It's going to be very interesting how deterministic that penalty is. And now Irwin, a big fend straight through. Broughton Thompson, another tackle. I'd be very interested to see his tackle count at the end of the game. It feels like there's a lot of involvement from him. As now Ralph goes to Caval. He has a chance for a good kick with Broughton Thompson not at home. He goes down to the very dangerous Crimp, who's flat-footed. And he's brought down in a very, very good tackle there by Mendonca.
Well, he just
Not
had to
Mendonca. He's on the other edge.
Shakti and Lomu.
Lomu, yeah, and Shakti.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember who it was. That player was unknown to me. As now Delaney takes the hit up.
International man of mystery.
Yeah, as now Usher straight through the middle, back on the field in the club with his homies, and he's gone straight past. And the pass away to Hone King, and he's unable to convert. Wow, Usher, immediate impact. The crowd saying, yeah. As now Seymour goes to Kausica, he's also back on in that prop position. This is the role he played for Weta, and he dominated this last 20 minutes. As now Sonny Tai goes to Delaney, the 2-pass. I didn't realise that was 5th tackle, but it was. And they get the bat back. Broughton Thompson is brought down close to the line. Wow, I thought for all money he'd go through there.
No, great scramble defense there from the Panthers to stop points being scored. That's exactly what they need. Now they just need to back it up with a good set and not necessarily get down and score, but get pretty close to it, put a good kick in and apply some more pressure like they did in the last.
Yeah, it was immediate impact from the Sharks' 60-minute subs there, so we have to hope that the Panthers can have players that will do the same. Otherwise, Sharks are going to run away with this. Just the extra speed that Usher had there was enormous. Almost a knock-on from Chad Johnson. But I think he juggled it off his knees there and he's able to bring it back in. So the Sharks have turned this up a notch here. We just have to hope that the Panthers can do the same. And Cavell tries, but ends up kicking it 20 metres downfield to a flying Broughton Thompson.
Yeah, and that's just not a good kick there from Rohan Cavell and put him in a bit of a pinch here. Yeah,
do you remember, Will, a couple of years ago when the NRL played with the women in league round balls and they said that they flew differently, or perhaps it was the breast cancer balls, I'm not sure, but the kickers just seemed to think that they didn't perform the same. And I think something's happened to the SRL this season that's very similar, because it seems like across the league, the sort of shape kicks come into the fore. Almost, you think teams are doing it on purpose with how much it happens. As commissioner, do you have any comment?
Nope, the balls seem okay to me. Oh, it's MBT!
Thompson, MBT straight through. He had no issue with that ball. Straight through. Broughton Thompson is bringing the pain here, and the Sharks are going to be up by 8 points with 15 minutes left on the board.
Well, there you go. That's going to be a bit of a hard score to chase up, and MBT gets a bat back, a step, and a try. We've been talking about how he's been a bit lackluster the last couple of weeks, especially in that first half where he only made about 43 metres, I think it was. But, you know, scores a try there, and I think that puts the Sharks comfortably out of reach in this game.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen in the SRL, but I think the Cornbro, Sonny Tyre, will see this game home. A lot of experience there, and his vice-captain stepped up there to help him out. So now it's up to the halves to take this one home in Delaney and Sonny Tyre. It just feels like, I mentioned it, the Panthers had all the momentum and they just couldn't quite get over the line, and this Sharks team is very classy, and you give them enough opportunities, they're going to score.
Yeah, and not much really else to say, is there? The Panthers, they're just not going to have much chance to get back in this game. We were talking about it in the game on last night, I think it was, at the possible 8-point try and the prospects of that, and how it can happen. You know, it can be awarded, but it is a very, very rare occurrence. And if that happened, how that would impact the game. So, I don't know. 8-point try, maybe. Unlikely. Oh, as Rohan. Beautiful intercept there for the Panthers.
That's one. Move. He's held there.
As maybe Chad Johnson now. That's the ball. I think that's to the right now. Rohan Cavell goes to McQueen, spreads it out to Mansour, who steps one. Mansour going down the sideline there, 15 metres out from the line. Now they're going to go to the left. McQueen goes to Sharp, and Snicko's back in the box after falling off his chair.
Will. I was just looking up the legalities of an 8-point try. You mentioned last night's game, and the Warriors played last night. Of course, we record in the past, so I'm not exactly sure what happened, but trust me, there will be a strongly worded letter than 8-point tries conceded by the Warriors in last night's game. As for catch is pushing over, Lennox gets over. Wow. Feels like every time we take our eyes off this game, we'll start chatting, something happens, and the Panthers are right back in this.
Yeah, they're right back in this. It's only 2 points separating. You'd think that a kick is, the kick is successful. Lennox Prakash has scored a very important try, and I think that's his first of the season. And better yet, I think I think we got to let the music play. He's got to try celebration from memory.
Yeah, now Cavell will slot that over. Great for Lennox Prakash to get over the line, especially I think this is almost a must-win for the Penrith team, the way they are on the ladder at the moment. And the captain stood up very well there for his team. It was a big step for the Panthers. They've sort of brought it down a lot of the field, and then they got over the line. And that's danger signs for the Sharks. We were just touting them as they were just going to ride the clock and run this down. But not quite exactly what's happened so far.
No, not quite. And I was wrong, actually. Lennox did not get the try-scoring animation in the end.
So I was quiet all for nothing. Oh, well, a nice break for our listeners. Now Sonny Sharp takes a hit up.
He's held there. Run.
Oops.
Release.
Goes to Lomu. And he goes past one, but in the end brought down by Josh King. So maybe a bit of an astute sub there from Sonny Tai, getting Josh King on the edges. Now Prakash has decided he wants to ball play, scores a try and gets a bit of confidence, and Bailey Wilson's brought down. Before they go out to Lightning McQueen, he goes to Mansour. Very nice there. Oh, I thought he was going to do the inside outside on Broughton Thompson. But a nice little line break assist there from Lightning McQueen. Maybe that starting spot's his. As Ralph goes out to McQueen again. Out to Michelle Metcalf. Wow, he's tackled for the first time. He was like, all night, Sonny Tai says we're not getting through here.
And he gets an offload as well.
Yeah, he gets the offload anyway. But Ralph goes now to Cavall, who goes big and long down to Michael Crimp. And wow, he's straight past one. But Cody Mansour, he thought he was going to take him over the sideline, but Crimp with a little left foot there to take him back inside. Is now Lucky Tour back on the field. Takes a strike hit up. 2 points in this game. The Sharks cannot afford to take their foot off the gas.
No, they really cannot. The Panthers, they need something. They're 2 points behind, and the the Sharks, they will not be giving any penalties away. I think Sonny Tai would actually blow up if they gave a penalty away in the starting moments of the game. As Usher, he's just dangerous through the middle, isn't he?
Yeah, that was a 25-metre gain off the offload, which is pretty rare in the SRL, but when you got a prop that can run at 99 speed, that's going to happen. As now Delaney, I believe it was, dropped the ball and missed his foot. Goes into the knock-on as now Lightning McQueen takes it for the Panthers. Out to Lind, who's back on in this prop role.
Right, here's tackle one.
Yeah. The Panthers, they need something. They really need something. Just a big line break. Cody Mansour, another one maybe for him. He's just been terrific tonight. They've got a bit of time yet, and it's only 2 points. But they need to start getting a move on because they need to build up some pressure or something here.
Yeah, maybe a 40-20. It's going to be Cavall. Doesn't quite get there. I thought MBT was going over the sideline. Thought he was. Now I thought Michelle Metcalf was going to manhandle him over the sideline as they play it right next to that big Be The Player logo. As now Sonny Tai straight through the line, where out of nowhere a big line break, but Cody Mansour brings him down. I wouldn't put it past the Sharks to go up by 6 points again here.
Yeah. This is really, I'm just really nervous for both teams. Oh, Josh King,
there's millimetres in that. Someone check the tapes. Surely he's gone over there. And now Delaney, wow, held up in goal. I thought for all money.
No, like he wants to have a look at this as well.
We need to put this ref down to reserve grade, not put him down permanently.
Okay.
I'll just clarify that.
Jesus, that's more dark than what I was saying about before about motivating players.
What is that? Delaney with the grubber. Wow, to Broughton Thompson, but wow, great tackle there. Who is that? Lennox Prakash. I think that's Henrik Lind. He made a great tackle there. As now, this is it here for the Panthers, and Lennox Prakash says, all right, I'll do it. A big run to start. Nice 30-metre game for the Panthers to start this set. They're going to have at best one more set after this, so they've got to make it count. As Lightning McQueen gets a 0 tackle set, that's 40 chest there from the car racer. Gets a little hand there. And the Panthers are going to have a few more tackles now as Prakash. I thought he was through, but he's passed it to Chad Johnson. A very good move, and he turned Broughton Thompson inside out, but unfortunately, the second rower doesn't have the pace. It's like he was on a treadmill there, and all the Sharks players caught up into a penalty.
Take the two!
Take the two! And Rohan Cavall is going to take the two. Will Kay's thrown his microphone. This is crazy from the Sharks. There was no need for that at all. And Rohan Cavall could level this game right now.
This is Rohan Cavall, one of the most important kicks. And he's got that straight down the black dot.
Straight over the black dot. Wow. The Penrith fans gone crazy. There's a guy knocking on our window, just wanting to get into this commentary box. Wait, that's Sonny Tyre. He's just run back onto the field. He wants to know about the referees and what's going on.
Well, I was saying, Sonny, did you see his face? He was red as anything. He looked like he was going to be a Dolphins player next season, the right colour for the jersey. He was not happy blowing up.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Now, Henrik Lind, wow, straight past one. It feels like these speedy props are doing a whole lot of damage here on both sides of the field. First Usher and now Lind. And Caval goes out to Mendonca. Wow, big tackle there from Hone King. I thought for sure this left edge was going to produce again. Is Machan going to get out of half? No, he just passes. Very unselfish from him as now Lind takes a hit up. And it's only third tackle and they're up to the 40-metre line. So if they have a good run here, they could end up with a nice attacking kick.
What?
And that's not what you need. Sonny Sharp has knocked that on backwards. A very rare move here, and Sharks are going to be in with a chance.
That's possibly like one of the worst calls I've ever seen. That was backwards. I don't think that was forward at all. I don't know how that's been called a knock on. Now, if the Sharks, they need a field goal here. Sonny Tyre, I mean, Snicker, you know how good Sonny Tyre is at kicking field goals.
I actually can't remember him ever kicking a meaningful field goal. I just blank out whenever I think about it. As Usher takes a hit up.
Us back to last time the Storm played.
No, I don't think I will, but this is prime opportunity for him here. Oh, and they go wide. They go to Josh King very wide. He steps on. Danger signs here for the Panthers. They have one tackle to defend. Where is the halves here? Are they going to be able to get the elevation from this far out? They go right. Wow, they put in the grubber. Wow, Lynn picks it up. Wow, that's a dog's breakfast from the Sharks. They had every chance to kick the field goal here, and they went for the 4-pointer instead. I don't think they're going to get the ball back. I think we could go to extra time here, Will.
This could be the first extra time we've seen in a long time. And a reminder that the SRL rule changes dictate, good thing I changed the settings before the match, was that it's no longer a golden point scenario, it's now a golden try scenario.
Ooh.
So, and it's limited time. So we could end up with a draw here. But I guess we'll see 14-all. I'm excited. Are you excited, Snicko?
I am buckling your seatbelts because this ride is about to get rough. So it's going to be the Panthers kicking off here. I'm not sure if there was a coin toss there or how that actually happens. I'm a bit rusty on my extra time rules. But just to recap, we go 5 minutes each way. A field goal does not finish the game, but a try does. And if there's a draw at the end of the 90 minutes, both teams split the 1 point. Is that correct, Will?
That sure is correct. And we go into this period. It's been a long time since we've seen the clock tick over 80. I'm so excited, Snicko. I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is what you do all your pre-season fitness for. Games like this where you need to dig in that extra gas tank. The fuel line's redlining, and you've got to find a way to go for another 5 minutes before you get a break. Sonny Tyre here, he missed the chance for the field goal last set, him and Anthony Delaney, so they'll be burning. They know they had the chance to win it, whereas the Panthers come in with all the momentum. They scored. They kicked the penalty goal with 4 minutes to go or something, and the crowd's behind them, and a great first set for them. The Sharks are going to kick from well inside their half.
As Delaney does a kick, they need a good kick return here. And how about that defense from the Panthers in that set? That was quite something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. Is there any subs that happen in extra time, Will? Is that part of the SRL, or is it just the same set with the same 13 all the way through? Yeah, so yeah, the likes of Usher and Henrik Lind are going to be huge here in either team because props are going to fatigue on both sides. You got to think of the poor second rowers on some of these sides. They haven't had a rest all game. They've got to keep going. So there's going to be a lot of spaces laterally here. And the Panthers have made a really good start to this set, but Lightning McQueen only gains about 3 meters there and loses a little bit of momentum. So they're probably not going to have the chance to kick the field goal here. As now Sonny Sharp, he pushes forward well, but I think this will be a punt kick. So kick defense is going to be crucial here for the Panthers.
Yes, it will be, as McQueen just slots that one over. Hone King now. Going to be...
Unable to slice through there. Hone King, he's brought down a great tackle from Marshawn Metcalf. As now Sonny Tyre decides he's going to do it himself. Picks up at 8 meters there for his trouble, but great defense there. I thought that was a little bit slow in the tackle, but maybe just like in the NRL, the SRL referees put their whistle away after 80 minutes. As now Kaskar takes a hit up. Drew Matthews maybe, who was really active in the first half. Thomas Usher, there he is. Wow, and he's gone. There's been one dive. Cody Mantle brings it down eventually. But they're going to end up 40 metres out here with 1 tackle to go. Maybe a settler and then a field goal here as they go to Slattery. Are they in range, or is Sonny Ty going to kick it? Where is he? He's getting himself in position. 39 metres out. Oh, but they go left. They go Delaney, and he goes... That's almost a Travella kick outside of the foot across the field. And then into the backspace, Mendonca. A great ankle tap from Nahana Broughton-Thompson, and he saves a certain try there. That would have finished the game here. But having said that, Panthers have a lot of momentum here. Second tackle on their 40-metre line.
This is very, very intense as Latin Queen takes the ball.
I thought they were going for a 40-20. I thought he was going to kick a 40-20 there, the way he was lining up, which would be ludicrous. And a healthy tackle penalty. I can sense some controversy here. Sonny Ty and Nahana Broughton-Thompson made furious discussions with the referees as to what's happening.
Oh, the hell, he can talk, can't he, Sonny Ty? He can talk.
Yeah, maybe if he put his mouth away, the ref might put his whistle away. A bit of personal bias, it felt like in that call. Just nothing going right here for the Sharks. And the Penrith Panthers, could it be Lightning McQueen? Could the bench half be the hero? If not, Chad Johnson straight through the middle. They're going to have a lot of opportunities this set. Where are the big players? Cavell's there. Cavell's already 2 passes out to McQueen. I thought for sure Cavell was going to slow that over. They're teasing us through. Every time it looks like they're about to kick it, they change their mind now. As Prakash goes close. Is he going to push over?
I think he's done it.
Goes close. He goes over. This is golden try. Lennox Prakash back-to-back tries has won the game for the Penrith Panthers.
I think the captain's got a double and won it here. He's made it.
I can't quite see. Do you think he's made it?
The video referee certainly does.
Panthers are going to win this game 18-14. The cheerleaders are celebrating. The crowd are trying to rush the field. Lennox Prakash, the captain, has stood up, and out of nowhere almost, the Panthers were dead and buried. They were down 14-6, and they've come back to win 18-14.
Well, that is an incredible game of rugby league. The Penrith Panthers now on 2 straight wins. Maybe they're turning their season around here, Snicko, and it's looking good. And our first golden try game, of course, it had to be the captain, the one to score the winner. That is spectacular.
Yeah, the SRL script writers were out in force here today. Sharks with the early 2 points. You thought he was going to settle the game, but with 4 minutes to go, they give away a penalty, and then they repeat the dose in extra time. And both times the Panthers made them pay. We'll have a look at some individual stats. Some team stats first. Completions, yeah, about the same. Possession, almost even. Tackles, very similar. There was not a whole lot in this game, was there, Will?
Not much separating either team here. Yeah, just about 8 more line breaks for the Sharks, so that was pretty much it. It was very, very close indeed. Look at some individual stats. And, whoa.
Yeah, Mansour, 224 metres. He was huge. Where's Michelle Metcalf? 141 metres, so 60 metres second half for him. 6 line breaks for him as well, so that's almost a career game here. Chad Johnson, 199 metres in that left second row to go with 13 tackles and none missed. 3 line breaks as well, which is huge, but I think the star has to be Lennox Prakash. 60 minutes, 2 tries, 177 metres. You talk about a captain's knock, and yeah, raise your bat, Lennox Prakash.
You know, it was great from Lennox Prakash, and I don't know how he was kept out of Origin camp. He's really just shown why he shouldn't have been. He was incredible tonight, and he just showed why he is the captain, why he's the man that leads these boys out each week. And this week they've come away with a win over the Sharks, and that is spectacular for them.
Yeah, as we flip over to the Sharks now, Broughton-Thompson. Oh, no, you've sorted that, and I thought he was at the top, but no, only 117 metres. But he did get that go-ahead try for him, which was huge. Lakey Tua, yeah, he was enormous, 205 metres. Felt like in that first inning, him and Rex Slattery just went huge the first 20 minutes for the Sharks, and they couldn't really capitalise. Michael Crimp, 189 metres. Sonny Tyre, 19 tackles, which is big for the half. Kick metres, Malchus had 150, the most of any Shark. So that's an interesting stat. Anything from you there that you want to point out, Will?
Not really. I thought Slattery was pretty strong as well. You know, not really anything in particular. It was really just the classiness of the stars of the Panthers. Yeah, Crimp did well.
Yeah, we hadn't mentioned him. We had an Usher, 180. He had, I think, 2 line breaks when he came back on a prop, maybe 3. He almost decided the game there, Thomas Usher. Maybe get him out of the centres into the second row with a bit of a positional change could be the play there, because he likes to run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's all we have time for, Snicko. Want to see us out?
Yeah, I think so. Great game from the Panthers. Condolences to the Sharks, and we'll see you all next week for another round of SRL action.